Hey y'all, it's Butters, and today I thought I would tell a story because it has been a while since I told a story. I keep on doing cut commentaries. Too many cut comms for me. So today I thought I would tell the story of the first time that I got pulled over by the cops. I feel like my case is a little different because I actually got pulled over on the lake. Like on the water. I was driving my jet ski and I got pulled over. And for those who don't know, I live on a boat during the summertime. I'm a big time boater. Anyways, there is a law on the water where you're not allowed to weave behind boats, I guess. For example, if this is a boat and he's just going along and he's making waves behind him. Here's another little boat. This would have been me. You're not allowed to do this and weave behind them, if that makes sense. Wow, I look really stupid. Now, I actually learned this law when I was riding with my sister and she got pulled over for the first time. She was weaving behind a boat. The police officer pulled her over, said, "Don't do that." She said, "Yes, sir," and then was on his merry way. It was short and sweet. However, my sister was 16 at the time and she kind of was a little mortified, I guess, and she refused to ride the jet ski for the rest of the day. Anyways, back to when I got pulled over. I was 15 years old driving my jet ski out on the lake and I found a boat that was producing a lot of big wake and I decided to follow him and weave behind him like an idiot. I knew it was illegal. I was 15 at the time. I was a silly teenager. Let's just Wow, I really can't talk today. So I was doing my thing, riding behind this boat, when the people on the boat started pointing behind me. I look into my side mirror and I see flashing blue and red lights from a speedboat. I'm just like, dang it. I immediately stopped gassing the jet ski and face palmed and started slowly going into a cove where the police officer and I could talk. I also pulled out my boating license while the police officer was making his way over. By the way, I've been a licensed boater since I was 14. I didn't want to wait until getting my driver's license to drive the jet ski, so yeah, I decided to get my boating license at a really young age. So the officer comes up to me and I say, "Hello." He seemed like that kind of officer who just wasn't having it that day. He had a constant like grumpy cat look on his face. He just kept on looking at me with this frown on his face, so I just said, "Wonderful weather we're having." I just wanted to be nice and make a little bit of conversation, but his face ended up turning grumpier. I think he thought I was trying to sass him, but I wasn't being sassy or anything. I just wanted to point out the wonderful weather. He finally spoke and said, "Are you aware of the law you're breaking?" I mean, I knew in the back of my mind, but I wasn't gonna say anything, so I decided to play dumb and I said, "No, sir, I do not know." He said, "I believe you're operating a watercraft at too young of an age. May I see your driver's license, please?" I said, "Sir, I don't have a driver's license, but I have my boating license. Here you go." He said, "Oh, very well then." He motioned for me to come closer to his speedboat. I passed off my boating license. He looked at it for a good 10 seconds and then gave it back. He said, "Well, Miss Hannah, are you aware that you are driving recklessly?" I said, "No, sir. I always make sure to maintain at least 100 feet distance from all watercraft around me to be extra safe." I figured I would, drop some knowledge on him to show that I'm not stupid, that I actually do know about the laws of the water. He then said, "Miss Hannah, it is illegal to weave behind boats on the weekends." And I was sitting here like, what? It's illegal on just the weekends? Just the week? Okay, alright. Okay. I then said, "I didn't know that. I'm really sorry. I promise it will not happen again." Now, I don't know if this police officer was triggered by anything. I still do not know to this day, but then he just started going off and saying, "You were driving so recklessly. The lake is a dangerous place. I should ticket you, blah, blah, blah." He started to sound like the adults from the Snoopy movies. You guys know what I'm talking about with the wah, 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 wah. Wah. So me being the silly 15-year-old that I was, I interrupted him and said, "I understand." I remember I was just so done with him going off on me that I just was just like, "I understand. Got it. Thanks." He then stopped his lecture, rolled his eyes, and said, "Let this be a lesson to you." I said, "Yes, sir. It won't happen again. I promise." And then he said, "Take care," and then he was on his merry way. I sat there and processed everything that just happened, and I immediately thought, oh my gosh, when my family finds out, I'm so grounded. But then I realized that there was no record of anything. They didn't really know about my sister being pulled over until she actually told them, so I figured I was in the clear. I should be good to go. So I took out my jet ski, kept on riding on the lake, and I just completely forgot about the whole thing. Actually, as far as I know, I don't think my family knows that I got pulled over on the lake. Mom, Dad, Sissy, if you're watching this right now, sorry I didn't tell you about this. But that is the story of the first time that I got pulled over by the cops. I haven't been pulled over on the water ever since, but I have been pulled over multiple times in my car, but that's a story for another time. Anyways, like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video of whatever I make. Bye-bye.